Hello children, this video is a part of the series after 10th class what? Through our videos we have been guiding you as to which group to be taken up in intermediate, especially what sort of career, how to plan your future career, whether it is engineering or medicine or agriculture or social sciences. There are number of streams, number of channels, which field has got what kind of advantage, disadvantage, what kind of aptitude one should possess, how to estimate, how to understand your own aptitude. We have been guiding all of you about all these issues. Now, this video is a part of that series. If you haven't watched the earlier videos, then kindly do watch after 10th what. Okay, then come to this video. In this video, I am going to tell you about the jobs, basically government jobs that are in offering for graduates. I have seen number of parents and even some children, some students asking me or telling me, sir, I want to get into IAS. I want to become an IPS officer. So what to do, which course, which group I should join in intermediate? This is the quite often repeated question that I face. Now, not just about IAS, IPS. In this video, I am going to talk about the various job opportunities that are available for people, for graduates. What is graduate? I'll tell you, most of you know, but I'll come to that point at the end. To start with, number one, civil services examination. I have posted a separate video on this topic. What exactly is civil services examination? It is conducted by UPSC, and this examination is held every year. This examination is held in 3 stages: preliminary, mains and interview. Through this examination, UPSC recruits candidates for not just IAS, for 27 services. For more details, watch my earlier video. In this video, I am going to give you a brief of what all I told. IAS, those people who secure top ranks, they generally prefer Indian Administrative Service IAS. People who secure generally ranks between 70 to 150 or 200. It varies from year to year. It depends on the interest of the candidates also. Generally, they prefer IPS, and in between, some people, in between IAS and IPS comes Indian Foreign Service. Apart from IAS, Indian Administrative Service, IFS, Indian Foreign Service, IPS, Indian Police Service, there are 24 other services like income tax, customs and central excise, railway protection force, railway traffic service, postal service, ordnance factories service, Pondicherry civil service, Delhi civil service. In this way, there are 23 other categories of jobs. Every year, approximately, the vacancies vary from year to year, but approximately 750 to 900 vacancies are filled up. Not just IAS, IPS, of all these services put together are filled up by Union Public Service Commission through this examination. Apart from UPSC, there are other boards in India which recruit candidates for various services. The next board is SSC, Staff Selection Commission. Staff Selection Commission recruits candidates for various central government services. Some of them are officer cadre, some of them are lower cadre. Okay, these notifications are also released regularly, mostly every year according to a particular calendar. Okay, apart from UPSC, that is Union Public Service Commission, and SSC, Staff Selection Commission, there are service commissions in each state. They are called state service commissions. For example, TSPSC, Telangana State Public Service Commission, in the case of Telangana State, APPSC, Andhra Pradesh Public Service Commission, in the case of Andhra Pradesh State. They organize exams by name Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4. I will give you brief details about these exams. Group 1 services, they are next to civil services. For example, people who get selected for IAS, they generally start their career as sub-collectors and then become joint collectors. Through Group 1 examination, through Group 1 notification, state service commissions recruit candidates and the top rankers get posting as deputy collectors next to IAS. Okay. So Group 1 exam, some of the posts that are filled up through Group 1 examination, deputy collectors, deputy superintendent of police, deputy superintendent of jails, commercial tax officer, municipal commissioner of a particular grade, so on and so forth. Okay. Then Group 2, these jobs, they are next lower in hierarchy when compared to Group 1. For example, commercial tax officer, Group 1, assistant commercial tax officer, Group 2. Municipal commissioner of slightly higher grade through Group 1, the next lower grade, smaller municipalities, municipal commissioner of smaller municipalities through Group 2 exam. Excise sub-inspectors. Okay, this is Group 2 examination. Group 3 examination, generally the qualification is not degree, slightly on the lower side. They are recruited as village revenue officers. This particular post has been abolished by Telangana government recently. Group 4, basically clerical cadre, CG2, clerical LDC, lower division clerk posts are recruited. So these exams, Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, they are supposed to, these state public service commissions are supposed to release the notifications every year, but that seldom happens. On and on, once in 2 or 3 or 4 years, these notifications are released. So this is another chunk of jobs. Apart from this, RRB, Railway Recruitment Board, also conducts competitive examinations to recruit candidates for various vacancies in railways. Assistant station master, clerical cadre in accounts department, such like. Okay. Then banks, banking, BSRB, banking selection recruitment, BSRB, recruits candidates for clerical posts as well as probationary posts. The main point I want to convey to all of you through this video is, my dear students, these exams basically are meant for graduates. Yes, there are exams like Group 4 which doesn't require qualification of a degree. Leaving them aside, civil services, IAS, IPS, Group 1, Group 2, most of the jobs that are recruited, most of the jobs that are filled up by SSC, Staff Selection Commission, RRB, and even by bank selection boards, they need a minimum qualification of a degree. So my suggestion to all of you is, don't think about these jobs right now. Your effort should be to get into a professional course as a part of your degree. See, if you join BTech, if you take up MPC, join BTech, get into IIT, even then if you are interested, you can write civil services examination. If somebody is not successful in getting into engineering course or medical course or even law course, they join BA, BSc kind of courses. Okay. Now, your competitors will be like, you have a normal regular BA, BSc, BCom degree. Your competitors, they have a professional degree. A person having a professional degree will have better confidence in facing the exam. Okay, I am writing civil services exam, I am preparing for 2 years. Suppose if I am not successful, chalo, I got an engineering degree, I can get a job in a software company or I can get a job in some engineering company. That confidence, that assurance that person will have. Whereas with BA, BSc, BCom, you are in the general queue, they are in prioritized queue. So my suggestion to all of you is, Don't look at civil services, IAS, IPS, Group 1, bank, railway recruitment board of kind of exams right now. You can do that. Right now your effort should be to get into some professional college. It could be engineering, it could be chartered accountancy, it could be law, it could be medicine, or there are other openings which we are going to explain through these videos. Keep watching them. So try to have a professional degree in your hand. Then if you are interested, if you are not interested in doing engineering, there are people who have done MBBS, then they wrote civil services exam, they got selected. The famous Jayaprakash Narayan, many of you know. He was a medical doctor by profession. He had MBBS degree. Then he wrote the exam, he got All India top rank. So those avenues will open up for you after degree. So right now your effort should be to get into some professional course. So think about MPC, BPC, CEC, MEC, and the next journey after completing your degree, or at the most when you are in final year degree, for example engineering, third year or fourth year, then you can think in terms of writing civil services. Civil services examination doesn't require any specialized preparation right now. You need not join any specialized coaching center right from intermediate after completing 10th class. There are now some people have started an amalgam, a hybrid of coaching institution plus college. I don't want to criticize them, I don't want to find fault with them, but the main drawback that you will have is you got only one opening, whereas your friends who are joining engineering college or such like professional colleges, they have an additional benefit. So they are better placed when compared to you. So keep this point in mind. Okay, and keep watching our videos with regard. Now I'll be talking about various other openings for you. Thank you very much.